So I hear you want to know about my latest home recording setup. I'm glad you asked. We're going to start on my left and then go all the way over to my right. We're going to cover lights, microphones, tripods, desks, everything like that. Cameras as well, obviously. To start with, we've got the SA17 Godox projector kit, making this light behind me. How cool is that? You can change different patterns. So this is just a, what's in there now? Little gobo, that's what that's called. And that just slots right in the top. And you can make it do a bunch of different effects with different gobo cutouts, which is really, really cool. Attached to the SA17 projector kit is a light, because without a light, it's not going to project anything. So the light that I'm using on there is the Amaran 60X COB light or cob light. It's the nice little cubular thing. And I've actually got two of these Amaran 60X lights. The second one is behind my softbox. The softbox is an 85 centimeter softbox with a grid, and that's what's giving me the key light. So if I turn this off, I can't even reach it. I've got to connect to it with my phone. All right, here we go. So my key light is currently at 20%. This is 100%, and this is with it entirely off. And you can see why I'd have it on. I forgot to mention too, you can change the temperature of these lights because they're bicolor lights. All right, and now for one of my favorite things is the camera that I'm recording with. It's mounted on top of a Manfrotto 290 extra tripod with a Leophoto ball head. Very nice ball head, I've talked about that before. And I'm using the Nikon Z8 to record this video. And I use that to record pretty much all of my videos because you can do, I mean, the Nikon Z8 will do 8K 12-bit raw video in body, which is pretty cool. I've got a 20mm f1.8 lens on it, a Nikon lens, just for this sort of wideness so I can come really close to the camera if I need to, but I can also be further away and then easily crop for a Instagram and TikTok format. Wrapped around my camera, I've got a small rig cage, and mounted to that, I've got the Ninja 5 monitor, which I'm looking at right now, with a very coily, expensive Atomos cable coming out of that into my camera. And also mounted to my cage right now is the Rode Wireless Pro. It's a very, very good microphone kit. That's what this is in here. That's what I'm recording with right now. And I wish my audio recording area was a little bit better, because at the moment, all I've got is a couple pieces of foam just behind my camera just to soften some of the echoes. But I need to get some sound curtains and things like that to make it sound a bit nicer. Over this side behind me, on this other little light stand, I've got my hair light, which is the Zion Mollis X100 with a little softbox on that as well, with its own little grid, which is pretty cool. It's a nice little light. And now the thing that I literally could not make this video without is a desk. And I don't normally talk about desks, but with these desks, there's something special. And I am not kidding when I say that I am never going back to a regular desk after having a sit-stand desk. This is the E7L from Flexispot, and they did send it to me as a disclaimer, but they didn't pay me to make this video or to say anything specific about it. However, there are some very, very good features with this desk that I need you to know. If you're a photographer or a videographer or some kind of creative or content creator, or you just work from home, having a regular desk is the most, I mean, I didn't really notice that much when I had a regular desk that it was hurting my back and that I was getting really sore. I knew I was getting sore from it, but I was like, oh, it's a desk. That's what happens if you don't have a good chair and your desk isn't that good. And then when I set this up, which by the way, it took me like 30 minutes to set up, there was maybe like 10, 15 pieces in total, and all of the holes are pre-drilled. So it was a super quick setup. Once I did set it up though, I was very impressed at how much fun I was having just adjusting the desk up and down. It's got these presets. It's got a little touchpad down here, which has a bunch of different options on it. And you can lock the touchpad. So if you have kids or anything, they're not going to run up and press buttons that you don't want them to press. This currently is a preset height that I've set it to for recording videos and also working in a comfortable way where I'm not like hunching over too much. We're going to go as low as it goes, which is, okay, it can go lower than that, but I don't really want to go lower because it'll get my legs. Which, by the way, let me put myself back up here so you can hear me. It does actually have an anti-crush feature. So if you're sitting or you have a chair underneath it and you don't realize and you go to compress the desk down with one of your presets or something that you put in, it will detect something underneath it and then it will stop pushing if it senses too much resistance, which I think is really handy. But as I was saying about this touchpad, there's a bunch of different options on there. You've got your normal up and down adjustment, which you can just manually choose when it's going up and down. And then you've also got your presets. So you've got 4 different presets. You've got a sitting, a standing, which you can customize the height of, and then you've got 2 other custom presets. So Number one for this is actually my wife's preset. So this is where she has the desk when she's using it. For me, I usually like it just a little bit higher, right about this level, because I find this is comfortable for me. Now, one of my other favorite things about this desk is how sturdy it is. For example, I've got my camera on a tripod, as you can see, and having a camera on a tripod means that it's more sensitive to wobbles. I can stand on this desk, lean on this desk, type, move stuff around, and you can see that there's basically no camera shake. In fact, let's do a test. I've got all my camera gear on here, so if this goes wrong, then all right, that was me pushing with all of my weight. The desk isn't even up against the wall, so there's nothing even supporting it. So it's a pretty sturdy desk. Another thing about this desk, which I actually found quite impressive, is its weight capacity. Because it's got 3 motors in its 3 legs, it can lift over 300 pounds. I think it's 330 pounds that they say on their website, which is pretty cool. Here you can see me sitting on it and it has no trouble at all lifting me up and down. I was a little bit scared, but the desk was not bothered. I think I've always been a fan of L-shaped corner desks just because you kind of get 2 desks in one, which is really handy, and it's very, very spacious. And in addition to this particular desk being very feature-packed and competitively priced for how many features are packed into it, they also have a bunch of other desk and even accessory options too. You can change the color of the top of the desk, you can get smaller desks, bigger desks, pretty much whatever you want. And there's accessories for those desks that are designed to fit straight on as well, which is super handy for customization. If you want to check out this desk or any of the other desks that Flexispot offer, there's a link in the description, and you can also use this code to get a little bit of an extra discount as well.